The NHL trade deadline is tomorrow, and the Edmonton Oilers made sure they weren't sitting on the sidelines, even though I wouldn't have minded that. With the playoffs right around the corner and the pressure higher than ever, the Oilers traded for 3 players, bringing in Jason Dickinson, Colton Dach, and Connor Murphy. Lots to discuss about these trades, who came in, who came out, yada, 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 salary retention, first-round picks, this and that and this. But the big question is, did these moves actually move the needle for Edmonton? Did they? Are they better than the Colorado Avalanche? Are they better than the Stars? Are they the best team in the West? Today I'm breaking down exactly what these additions mean, where they fit in the lineup, and whether this was enough to push the Oilers closer to a Stanley Cup. So let's talk about it. Okay, 3, 2, 1. What is up, guys? Welcome back to another episode right here on Above Average. I'm YouTube Trev. Thank you for clicking on this video. Really appreciate all the support. You guys are absolutely crushing it. And yeah, we got lots to discuss on today's video. Sorry I'm a little late to the party. I know a lot of these trades, all these trades happened yesterday and earlier in the week as well. Busy boy though, busy boy. And I've got some time now to talk about it. I wanted to upload this video because it's all the talk of the town. And I have some thoughts, and some people are going to disagree with my thoughts, and that's okay. I'm just going to throw that out there. It is okay to have an opinion, and if you disagree with my opinion, that is okay. This is my opinion, okay? So if you like it, great. If not, well, tough titty. I've been saying that a lot. Tough titty. Sorry about that. Anyway, you already know what it is. Leave a like. Drop a comment down below. It's a sponsored segment. Every video right here on Above Average, brought to you by www.timetrackers.ca. Drop a comment down below. Are you happy? Let's just do that. Are you happy with what Stan Bowman and company were able to do at this year's trade deadline? Trade deadline, of course, is tomorrow, but Stan Bowman did come out earlier today at Media Avail and say, I can't imagine I'm going to bring anything else in. So this is pretty well it. This is it. They are done making trades. Thank God. And I'll get into it. Oh, Trev, why? Thank God. Why are you? I'll get into it. But yeah, are you happy with what the Oilers were able to do? Do you think it was an overpay? Are you mad? Drop a comment down below. I interact and engage with every single one. And with all that out of the way, guys, let's get right into it. First, just want to break down what exactly they traded for, what they gave away as well. So yeah, yesterday the Oilers, they traded for center Jason Dickinson, who's 50% retained, and forward Colton Dach. To the Blackhawks is forward Andrew Mangiapane and a 2027 first-round pick condition. The first-round pick is top 12 protected. Okay, so that was yesterday. Yes, and then, of course, earlier in the week, the Oilers were able to acquire Connor Murphy from the Chicago Blackhawks as well for a 2028 second-round pick. Chicago is retaining half of Murphy's $4.4 million salary as part of the deal, and I believe he is a UFA at the end of this season as well. So is Dickinson. So, yeah, okay, so initial thoughts. Well, Trev, what do you think? What do you think on the trade? Are you happy? Guys, I'm just going to say this right now. Going into this deadline, if you watched my last video I did on the Oilers as we approached the deadline, I didn't want them. I didn't want them to do much. I didn't want them to do anything, if I'm being completely honest, okay? Like, I really, really, really don't think that any of these trades that they did bring them, make them better than where they were last year. I don't think even the year prior, for that matter. I don't think this team right now would win in a series against the Colorado Avalanche, the Dallas Stars, or the Minnesota Wild. And I will say there's one thing. Playoffs are a different beast, as we've seen. This team can really just show up in the playoffs and be a completely different team and just all of a sudden learn how to play defense and just become a team. So there is that. And could the Oilers do that? Of course they could. But I don't know, man. I just think, in my opinion, there's more value into just letting it be this year and just going all in, using that first round pick that you used to get Dickinson next year. What does that packaging up 2 firsts get you? That's my thoughts. That really is my thoughts. And so, are they better today than they were a few days ago, a week ago? Yes, they should be better. On paper, they are better. You bring in guys that they haven't really brought in years prior. They're always goals, this Oilers team, but they bring in guys that are a little bit defensive, have quite a bit more of a defensive mindset. In Dickinson, for sure, and definitely in Murphy as well. 2 guys that are a huge part in the Chicago Blackhawks penalty kill, which is the first penalty kill in the NHL. By quite a bit. Like they're really, really good, and those are 2 integral parts of that penalty kill. So if you're Mr. Optimistic and you're happy, like there are pros that you can approach this trade deadline for the Oilers and be like, okay, you know what, this is different. They are better. Like they did get better. That is their goal. You want to get better, and that is exactly what they were able to do. They got better, but again, I just don't see the value in doing it. Because. Like I say, the playoffs are a different beast. Could this Oilers team go far again and surprise and, maybe take down the Avalanche, the Wild Stars? They're going to have to play one of those teams, maybe even 2. Probably 2. But then you look at it, also, they could have a completely crappy playoffs this year as well. So you never really know. So I'm trying to be positive for the people out there because... yes, they did in fact get better. So there is that. The Oilers did get better. However, I'm still sticking on my opinion. I would have liked them to just keep their assets and just to go more all in next year. So the big picture though, the trade as a whole, and this is where it's really annoying. Jason Dickinson, Colton Dach for Andrew Mangiapane and a first round pick. A first round pick. Like if you look at the big picture, it's a fail. It's an absolute fail. Time and time again, and I keep on saying time and time, but like it's a small sample size too. Like it's not long. It's not like Stan Bowman's been here for 5 years. Hasn't even been here for 2, and he doesn't have a really good resume at all. Like the bad outweighs the good, and you're trying to get rid of a Mangiapane. Clears waivers. No one wants him. So what does that mean? Like we were joking around at work, like you might have to give a third, a fourth. Like that was the talks earlier in the week, and then to wake up yesterday and see a first. Yeah, I was ticked. I was like, this is embarrassing, man, because it should just be Mangiapane for Dickinson. If Mangiapane's at like $1 million, just the contract's not nearly as bad. It should be 1 for 1. But it's not. You have to throw in a sweetener, not just any sweetener, a first-round pick. Like that, a lot of teams value those. And even though it's going to be a higher first-round pick because the Oilers, they are going to go in the playoffs, hopefully. And that's the thing that's funny. They're still like not for sure guaranteed a playoff spot, and they're fighting it right now. So do I still? Yeah, they're still going to make the playoffs, but wouldn't that be something if they didn't? But yeah, like it's just an overpay, a significant overpay. And if you're looking at the big picture, that's glaring. And a lot of people are, no, they got better. They did get better. But it's like, how did they get better? You had to, like, how? Like, I'm not saying questioning it, but I'm looking at the process of how they actually got better. And that's by giving a team a freaking first round pick, because you just cannot, for the life of you, make a significant signing that doesn't fall into your laps when Jack Roslovic. A swing and a miss a few times now for Stan Bowman at free agent frenzy, and it's not a good look. So if you're a fan and you're mad about that, you have every right to be mad about that. And I'm, a fan, and it makes me mad. It does. Like, that's stupid. No other teams. There are other teams doing it. Stan Bowman's not alone in that sense, but it's extremely frustrating because that first pick shouldn't be going. But because you made a terrible signing this summer, which I will say I never liked. Everyone's like, everyone liked it. No, not me. I didn't like it. I never did. And people are like, oh, Trev, What are you talking about? Anyway, I'll get into that another time, maybe. But you have to give that away. And if you were good at your free agent, if the scouting report was good, if you had good scouts and you actually knew what you were doing, you could use that asset elsewhere, right? So that's totally okay to be mad about that and to be frustrated about that. And a lot of people are like so many people are like, oh, well, they got better, Trev. Well, they got better. But it's look at how they got better. They had to overpay. You shouldn't have to overpay time and time again. As for the Connor Murphy trade, I'm not going to, that's good. If he can help Darnell Nurse out, great. If not, I mean, no one can really help out that man, which is ridiculous because people said, don't bring up the money, Trev. Don't bring it up. Well, I'm bringing it up. 9.25. He's not even playing like a bad 9.25 defenseman anymore. He's just playing like a bad defenseman. Oh, geez. So, yeah, that's something. Always something to talk about with this Oilers team. So, yeah, guys, that's my thoughts. And, again, if you're mad at me, if you don't like my take, I'm trying to be as fair as possible and not, like, absolutely rip into Stan. Because also I'm trying to be a little bit more professional as I'm getting older. But I just... like, the writing's on the wall. And one other thing as well, like, it'll be interesting to see where the Oilers are at next year and how many more trades they make. But, I mean, is it really just Chicago? Is that the only team that really wants to deal with Stan Bowman? Really? Like, that? There's a conversation to be had there. There's a lot of GMs out there, and I don't know, man. I don't know. Like, it's just like... I don't think any GM really wants to help out Stan Bowman. Might be a hot take. I might be completely out to lunch on that, but I don't know. I was just thinking about that. And I thought about that. That was one of the first things I thought about when the Oilers announced that he was going to be the next GM. It's like, who really wants to help this guy out? That's going to be a burden. So... I don't know. Maybe I'm just out to lunch there. But anyway, guys, thanks for all the continued support. If you made it this far, absolutely. You guys are absolutely beauties. And shout out to, I'm going to give a shout out right now to Jason, my man at Sobeys, the Sobeys I go to. Got a photo with him today. Absolute beauty. And yeah, he is a huge fan of the channel. So Jason, shout out to you and your wife if you're watching this. That was pretty cool. And I really appreciate that. So let's get into this. The most liked comment in my previous video, as always, brought to you by www.timetrackers.ca, where they work around the clock for you, and it's an Alberta-based company with clocks all over Canada. You want a nice clock like this, go check them out, www.timetrackers.ca. And it is that time of the video. The most liked comment in my previous video was about brace yourselves, Oilers fans. And it was from Nordic God 6183. Oilers have one of the most expensive D-lines in the league, yet can't play defense. Well said. Well said. Absolutely well said. Good take. Good take there. I like it. Absolutely like it. Yeah, so drop a comment down below, guys. As always, thanks for all the continued support. I think the Oilers are done. Pretty sure they're done. I'd be blown away if something else happens. But, yeah, my voice is just going again. So thanks for everything. I'll see you in the next one. Don't be average when you can be above average. Peace.